So we see there are 6 enemies of human beings that doesn't allow us to make spiritual progress. And these are standard stuff. I'll just touch on it. So some people who have not heard these words perhaps can understand. We say kama. Kama means desires. Isn't it one of the biggest problems we have? We have desires and they give us hell. And this is how whole of Buddhism started, just focusing the word desire, kama. Then you have krodha. Krodha means anger. Now, how does anger arise? Analyze our own lives. You'll find it. It is when your desires get frustrated. You want to reach that place in this time. I want to come here to the studio on time, and there's this idiot in front of him driving so slowly. So you get krodha. Your desire is being frustrated. Lightening. Okay? So krodha appears as frustration of your desires. Whether it's in personal life, in social life, whatever. So krodha. From kam, you get from desires, you get krodha. Then it says lobha and moha. And this gentleman is asking, what's the difference between lobha and moha? Okay. Lobha is this. You see, you become greedy. Haven't you noticed? Suppose I've got enough, but I say, if I get a little bit more money, I'm safe in my old age and I can give it to my children. So we start to gather more money. This happens with Hindus in a big time. There are so many billionaire Hindus. There are so many millionaire Hindus in UK. And if you ask them, apart from just looking after your own little family and going on cruises and all that, what else do you do for greater humanity? How do you spend your money? They say, we don't know. We just hang on to it. This is called lobha. You see, this is an important thing for us to recognize. This is our flow of the Hindus in UK as well as in India. Those with money just keep gathering more and more. What are they going to do with it? They're going to take it with them when they die? They just hang on to it, they keep gathering even more. When they're dying, on their deathbed, they want to still buy more business and do all this. They can't stop it. So this is called lobha, greed. Again, a human feature. Then we have the other one, is kama, krodha, lobha, moha. Now, the difference between lobha and moha is this. Moha is delusion. We get deluded that, I think if I have money in the bank and, everything is okay, I've got this big house and everything is fine for me. This is called delusion. That again is something that obscures our view regarding spirituality, gets in our way. So kama, krodha, lobha, moha, then it's a mother. Once you gain all this, then trouble. I've seen it in my own, group of people. Once they collect some amount of money, they're called nuo rich, newly rich. It goes to the head straight away. I've seen it, it's frightening. People used to call me, I'm just talking lightly in Gujarati, when they were kind of at the same level as me, financially, they were calling me Bapu. Oh, you are like father. I said, good, okay, call me Bapu. Then when they started getting more money than me, they started calling me Dilip Bhai. I said, no problem, Dilip Bhai is equally good. Do you think that stops there? No, they got so much money now, they don't want to call me Dilip Bhai anymore, they call me Dilip. Or Dilpa. I said, okay, this is called pride. Mother. And again, this is feature of human beings. Once we hit some target and we say, yes, we made it, it goes to your head. This is a nice thing my grandfather taught me is this. He said, when you get Lakshmi, when she comes into your life, means a lot of money, it gives you a kick on your back. So you can look up only, you can't look straight to other human beings. You are looking upward only. Have you noticed people go like this? Lakshmi gives you a kick on the back when it enters your system. But when it leaves your system, which is also very likely, it kicks you in the stomach and you go, I'm nobody, because you are focusing on money. When money goes, you bend over. So it gives you a kick in your stomach. It's a nice thing my grandfather taught me. So this is, if you like, the idea of lobha. Lobha means greed and moha means delusion. We live in, and then we come to pride. This is, if you like, mother. Then matsarya is another thing that we must recognize. Matsarya means jealousy. You see, this is a human feature. I may think, I'm so highly spiritual. But it's kind of, you get a sting from time to time. You get a sting. This guy doesn't deserve it. Why is he getting this so much praise? Sting, I get a sting. We all have it. It's inbuilt. Now I'll touch on the deeper vision. This is the way to analyze this kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. But what's the deeper vision? Once you recognize the deeper vision, you can rise above all these 6 enemies. The deeper vision is this, my friend. See, the thing that is within you is pure and pristine. It's the spirit, Atma, nothing less. Despite you think, no, I'm nobody, I'm a creepy crawly. It's not. Something great is about you. But as you've gone through so many lifetimes, you've picked up a lot of baggage. A lot of unnecessary things have been kind of sticking to you. Suppose you pass through a muddy pathway, the mud will stick on you. So as you've gone through so many lifetimes, as animals and then into human, a lot of these things that are kind of, in a way obscuring our spiritual worldview in this human life have been acquired in the animal kingdom. Think about it. Almost all these things I talked about, the fact that your desires, they have been inbuilt over many lifetimes. You enjoyed eating that, apple or whatever, so you are attracted to food. So all these things, that 6 enemies we talk about, they are kind of inherent in us. They are not our natural status. They are something that we acquired over many lifetimes. So don't blame yourself or call yourself sinful. Oh, I got greed and lust, and that means I'm sinful. No, you're not. You're pure and pristine. But the journey you've taken on has put these kind of labels on you and kind of imposed these traits on you, these qualities on you. And the important thing, once you recognize this, then you can rise above it. Suppose I'm a sinful fellow. I'm just greedy by nature. I'm a glutton. I want to keep eating. Because in animal kingdom, food was difficult. So you are eating too much. Now you are making up for not getting food now, overeating. So once you recognize the origin of these things, because enemies of our human nature, then once you recognize how you smile and say, okay, I've gone through it. I know why I've got these traits. I can rise above it. Knowledge is the only way you can rise above these 6 enemies. They are kind of biting, like crocodiles biting at you.
Free e-learning course in Hinduism. To register, please visit www.hindu-academy.com.
Talks on Hinduism. Sponsored by People Care. Encouraging caring for the elderly in their own homes. For more information, please visit peoplecare.com.